Okay.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm driving to the airport in Denver, and I wanted to chime in with you guys. I don't know if you guys are able to see me. I don't know if notifications are going to be sent out or not. But either way, I want to say hello and happy Sunday to everybody. And I'm still really staying on this Kobe Bryant thing as it's kind of developing, the Gayle King situation, all that, because I think that this is important for us to talk about as a community. First of all, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. Please hit the thumbs up button, the share and subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell. Sign up for the updates so that you can kind of keep up with what we got going on. Because you guys know, we're going to talk about stuff here that you won't hear in the mainstream media. So the first thing I want to dive into is this issue of lawsuits. And I don't know if you guys know, but Gayle King had actually been sued, or CBS had actually been sued before, because of Gayle's decision to presume the guilt of a black man. Gayle King had been sued, or CBS anyway. I know CBS had, and I believe Gayle King was in the lawsuit as well, had been sued by a former lieutenant governor, Justin Fairfax, who's a black man down in, I think it's Virginia. And he had some accusations from 15, 20 years ago. Gayle interviewed the accusers, and that's a real dangerous thing when you're just giving anybody a platform because they accuse somebody of something. And so he's suing for $400 million, and I think that that's a good lawsuit to at least encourage CBS and other networks to kind of think it through before you engage in this sloppy journalism. Because the interesting thing is that, I can't think of too many other situations where a white person or a white woman, I want you to name one time, give me a yes or no. Give me a yes or no if you can think of one time that a white woman was accused of a crime that could get her.
Click the button.
Okay. Did it reconnect? Let me know if it reconnected. If it doesn't reconnect.
All right, you're on now.
Okay, good. All right, so, the thing is, I want you to give me a yes or no if you can think of any time that a white female has been accused of something, some sort of crime, where maybe it's embezzlement, maybe it's maybe she's doing a Cardi B. Where, remember, Cardi B confessed to drugging men so she could rob them. I want you to tell me one example of a time where a white female was accused of a crime that could get her sent to prison for the next 20 or 30 years, and they interviewed the accusers before they even go verify anything with the accused. You probably can't find any example of that because this is the kind of thing they do to black men, and that's it. So I agree actually with the people on social media who said that Vanessa Bryant should file a lawsuit against both Gayle King and against CBS because, their line of question was clearly out of pocket. The second point I want to make on this, and I hope that I remain connected. Let me know if you can hear me and see me. Just let me know if they can hear me and see me.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, let me know if you can hear me. Just say I can hear. Just say yes or no if you can hear me and see me. The last piece on this that I want to throw out for you guys for consideration is you also have this interesting point that's made. Gayle made this point in her interview, and I've heard other people make this point, where they say that the only reason that Kobe's case was dropped is because the accuser did not testify. They say, well, she did not testify and the case was dropped. That's why Kobe got away. So their narrative is he got away with an assault because the accuser refused to testify. But what they did not consider is that perhaps the reason the accuser refused to testify is because she had a weak case. Maybe she refused to testify because they caught her in a contradiction. Maybe she refused to testify because they let her know you're not going to win because you don't have enough evidence, right? So walking away and refusing to testify, at the very least, no matter what you think in terms of why she chose not to testify, you can't go into a situation and say, well, the reason we think we're going to assume you're guilty is because the accuser refused to testify. Like if I go to you right now and I go out, let's say I go out in public and I say, Alicia stole all my money and tried to chop my leg off, right? And somebody says, oh my God, that's a crime, Boyce. You should come to court and testify against Alicia, and we'll provide evidence so that she can be punished for domestic abuse, right? And then if I refuse to testify and I walk away, then anybody who's dumb enough to assume that she must be guilty just because I refuse to testify is an idiot, right? Refusing to testify does not make the person guilty. And so what I really want you to kind of zone in on is this clear point. Here's the key point. This is why I keep talking about this. I'm gonna do probably about 20 videos on this topic until it's done, because this needs to be discussed. We need to get away from allowing media to presume guilt for black men and presume innocence for everybody else. We need to get away from this idea that they can casually and just, you know, haphazardly presume that black men are guilty because somebody said that they did something. We need to get away from that. So that to me is my target that I'm aiming for, is you must get away from this presumption of guilt where you're bringing on these accusers, giving them a giant platform to tell their story and not doing a thorough investigation and not letting it be settled out in the court of law. This bullshit needs to stop. So that's the point I wanted to make for you guys this afternoon. I'm about to go because we're headed to the airport, but you guys will hear from me again on this issue soon, because I think this is important. I think all of us as people need to talk about this. So do me a favor, 2 hashtags I'd like for you guys to use when you discuss this topic. One is boycott CBS. CBS needs to be boycotted, so type that hashtag in the chat, boycott CBS. The second is Oprah lied. That's the second hashtag I've been using, Oprah lied, because Oprah has never, when she was going out garnering sympathy with the public, her little team of white girls, which is pretty much everybody she works with is a white female, they got together and their PR strategy was to garner sympathy with Becky Tears and these accusations. So my thing is, if Oprah is saying that Gayle was getting all these death threats, then I need to see receipts that Oprah received these death threats, because if she doesn't show me receipts, then I'm going to do to her what she did to Kobe. I'm going to assume that you're guilty of lying. And until you can prove that you weren't lying and show me screenshots, 20 screenshots of at least 20 serious death threats that you received, then I'm not going to believe you. So those are the 2 hashtags, Oprah lied and boycott CBS. So I'm going to go, guys. Hit the thumbs up button, hit the share, hit the subscribe button. Also, if you want a free e-copy of my book, It Takes a Village to Raise the Bar, you can go to drboycewatkins.net. That's drboycewatkins.net. I'm out of here, guys. Take care. Have a good day. Peace. Thanks for holding the camera, baby. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.